Hey everyone, Vintage Fan Collector here. And as you can see, InteliTouch makes a return. I just got done installing this 1985 Casablanca Zephyr that I've had for quite some time. I've got a couple videos of this in different configurations, but this room had a three-way switch, or still does, and so I had to do some wiring. Like I had to pick which wires to leave off and such so that it wouldn't damage the electronics, because I decided to not use two switches, I just wanted to use one. So once I got all that done, this went up, and oddly enough, this dining area, or what it was intended probably to be, actually has a pancake box and a wood beam. That's what I found out at the kitchen too. You can see the Lady Delta there in the background, kind of, and that globe pendant there. So this could have been a living room, and intended to be a living room at some point too, or it just may have had a fan. I don't know. This house is very custom and unique compared to all the others around it. It's also newer a little bit, so it's been interesting figuring out this stuff. But anyways, I've been dying to put up InteliTouch for a while, and obviously this is my new house. This is our second living room, basically. And I'm going to go ahead and do demo mode for you. Didn't realize how much I missed all of this, to be honest. I really like InteliTouch and I really like Zephyrs, so this just combines the two. It's perfect. And it does have stencil on it, and the other one I'm putting in will have it too. I think they call this golden oak stencil. Just looks perfect in here. Truly perfect. And no, I'm not putting a recall clip on it. And now for general settings, starting with the light. And the fan on speed 1. This one is actually converted to RMM4 already. When I first got it, I didn't know that it, or I knew it was, but I didn't know that there was a compatibility issue between W11s and W32s on the RMM4 boards, so I thought that this was messed up because it wasn't working exactly properly, and I had that on video somewhere of how it was acting up. I think it's still uploaded. My first demonstration of this fan, and then I learned that W32s can run everything, W11s can really only run RMM1 and 2, and kind of partially RMM3 and 4 and 5, but not really that well. So I did put it on W32, partly because I was intending on doing two switches, but then I decided that was kind of dumb. Here's speed 2. So I just made it so that the other switch, which is what they call the master switch, in three-way settings there's a master and a slave switch, and yeah, I know, blah blah blah, politically correct, whatever, but that's just literally what they're called. And the master switch is in the kitchen next to the switch for the Lady Delta. I don't know why it was done that way, because the breaker panel is in the garage, which the switch that's next to me that I'm using right now is closer to that, but whatever, that's just how they wired it. I honestly wonder if this used to not be a three-way setup. Could have been that. Honestly, that might be the case. But yeah, so I just decided that that is now a breaker basically. All it does is it just cuts power. It doesn't flip power, which would totally blow out the electronics on this. So that was cool to figure out. Here is speed 2. But yeah, it's nice to have a return of InteliTouch, because as you guys remember, in my last house I did briefly have the San Marino and my 93 Panama 5, the one that was the Snow White one I have. Had those up for a bit and then had to take everything down because the property manager lady lost her mind about that. And now that I have permission to install fans, I can finally use InteliTouch again and be able to sleep at night and not have to worry about undoing it and, you know, putting everything back right away. So I'm really happy. I'm going to do a dual install of InteliTouch Zephyrs. The other one will be my 84 Zephyr because I didn't realize this was the 85. Right where that Hampton Bay Hugger is, I will be putting another Zephyr just like this with the same stencil blades. That's the goal. So I just need to get a wall plate for that because it's a double switch, one for the can lights, the other is for the fan. I just need to get a new wall plate for that, and that's it. But I don't think I have any offhand. I've never had to really use those. So, anyways, here's speed 3. This fan is in great shape mechanically, but I guess from all the times I've moved, it has gotten a little battered. I noticed the housing has a lot of scratches on it, which is unfortunate. And these are not the original blades. These blades came from one of my 84 Zephyrs because I have 2 of them, but I figured that's what would look really good in here, and I was right. It looks amazing with the stencil. So I'm going to do the same in the living room, well, the other living room, and I'll have an L-shaped install with a Lady Delta in the background and then 2 Zephyrs, and then I don't know what I'm going to do for the other 4 installs that are the other 2 bedrooms and the outside and the garage. I don't know yet for that, but I guess 5 installs. But yeah, this thing runs great. It looks great. I'm ecstatic about this. I thought for the time being I'll do a K4S. I might swap it to a K4 or a K4L. I don't know. I think maybe the K4S is fine. Just because it gives it kind of a low profile look, but I might change it, who knows. I do want to have a light kit on this just in case, even though I have oodles and oodles of lamps over here, as I always do, so that's not a problem with lighting at all. Here's speed 4. But I just, you know, I like having the light kits to display my glassware and to keep them off the shelf, even if I don't use them that often. Now the kitchen light kit on Lady Delta will probably get you a lot of use, and then the 2 bedroom fans, my dad's room, my grandma's room, will probably be used a lot for the lights. Yeah, everything's great. The flywheel's in good shape. I just did have a long down rod, so I don't know what fan I snatched this down rod off of, but it already had the short one on it, so I think I briefly had this in my bedroom in my childhood house. That must be why it's got the short down rod. I don't know any other explanation for why it would have that, except for that I used it on an 8-foot ceiling like this. Which, by the way, I'm very glad to have those again. I certainly missed it. I don't know how to explain it, but this feels more cozy to me. Here's speed 5. Or no? My bad. I miscounted. That was speed 5, this is speed 6. Whoops. I was talking so much I forgot. Yeah, it looked great. I'm really pleased with how this came out. It matches the room unbelievably well. And the next thing I'm going to change out, probably maybe before I go to bed, is the entryway light in the background. I'm going to put in the light fixture that was in my childhood house in the entryway. I actually saved that. I think it's one of the only pieces of that house I still have. I think I have a couple of other things from there, but not a lot. So I want to use that because it fits the style of everything around here much better than what's in there now. So, yeah. I love how loud the beeps are on this board. It's just absolutely perfect. And it just looks baller in here. This is a little bit situated over the couch actually, because of the way that this room had to be oriented to give space for the kitchen island chairs and all that. This is like partially over the couch, but partially over another chair. So it's not perfectly centered within the furniture, and I'm okay with that because it is what it is. I mean, we wouldn't be able to walk around into the kitchen from the living room and the garage if everything wasn't pushed more to the side, so it works. I'm just glad it's kind of over the couch. I like that. Generally, I like it being centered around furniture, but it's not always possible, so it is what it is. I'll go ahead and take this off so that you can see the tag. It is facing the front door. There we go. And you can kind of see what I was talking about with the cosmetics. It is not perfect anymore, but I'm okay with that. That doesn't upset me as much as it does some people. And then there's the stencil. I need to do a little dusting on it, but yeah. And then I picked these shades because I love them, and they may not stay. I might do something else. I just figured I would pick something I have multiples of. I have a lot of these. I don't have multiples of these swirly crystal. I only have one set of those. Well, I guess I have two sets of a certain variation, but I would have rather used the kind that I had on my bedroom fan at my last house. And I only have one of those. So since I'm doing a dual install and the fans are going to be identical basically, I decided to use these because I've got plenty of these shades that I can use as pairs or, you know, double sets. So anyways, that's really it. Once I have everything finished install wise, I will make a tour of everything, and then I'll start making fan videos of this collection stuff that, you know, in the garage. But for now, I'll just focus on getting everything organized, getting my room set up, because I still don't even have my computer set up yet. And then getting everything installed. And then once that's done, I will start making fan videos of the collection fans. I'm going to start with stuff I'm getting rid of to get videos of those out. And then I'll do everything that I'm keeping. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this video, and definitely stay tuned for more, because I'm going to try to be as active as I can be with the way my schedule is, but we'll see. Till next time, thanks for watching.